You take the horses away from my story, it's just selling marijuana. You know what I mean? It's just running villages, running my crew, you know what I mean? Getting money, that's it, you know what I mean? And there's only two scenarios that would have led to. Either go in jail for a long period of time or dead. So I'm T.U.E.A Zamapaladus, CEO, founder of the Urban Equestrian Academy. Horses saved my life, they can save yours too.
It's little bro.
My uncle, he had a race yard because his race yard was like one of his assets, one of his toys. He was a very rich man for notorious reasons. We didn't really know what we was doing as kids. But yeah, we was, you know, the big supplier of marijuana throughout Antigua. There were many dark days. So the horses was like the bright light, the escape. When we wanted to forget about that kind of stuff, we would go and hack our horses out, just deal with the horses from a therapeutic point of view to forget your reality. I got my license to train these animals, and then bringing that back to the UK, where I wanted to go on and study more about these animals, and putting all of this energy, all of this anger into Urban Equestrian, and for it to be taken off and doing as well as it is now is fantastic, brilliant. The whole concept came from my experience in the equestrian world here in the UK, which spans over 20 years, where I was one of very few ethnic minorities in this world. I just realized that over the span of 20 years that things seem to be remaining very much the same. I thought that maybe it's time to create something that could help make a huge impact to help, you know, encourage more of a diverse audience. So our Junior Pony Club was our first program that we launched from Urban Equestrian just over 2 years ago. And it's funny because when the kids first came, they've all heard about horses, they've all heard about ponies, but they've not really seen them. They were very apprehensive, nervous and stuff like that in the beginning, but now, 2 years later, those who started with us and are still with us now, they're the stars of Urban Equestrian.
I love Urban Equestrian because it's not something that you can do daily, like maths or science. It's something very special, and you do loads of different things, like feeding them, cleaning, riding horses, and it's a very good opportunity.
It's about raising aspirations, self-esteem, confidence. We have some young people that have, you know, special educational needs, and it's about them realizing that they can do what they thought they couldn't do, and you know what I mean? That's what it's really about. Life skills, social skills, and improving all of that. That's what it's about.
At the first time when I was here, I felt a bit scared. Then at the 5th time I came here and started riding horses and ponies, I felt brave and strong. My dream is that I wish to be a staff member at Urban, and I wish I could ride horses on the street as well.
Kids are very happy outside in the country with the horses. They don't need a lot of things, you know, just the nature make them happier.
I like that I feel around horses. I feel better. I feel actually relaxed after a hard working day. And it's actually, I think it's good for us because nowadays we have too much technology. We can finally be in the yard.
When I done my research, one of the things that came back was that accessibility was an issue for people that lived in urban communities. Because obviously horses are animals, and you know, animals live out in the counter. So if you live in the city, you need to be able to get out to the counter. And it's difficult if you're gonna try and go by bus and stuff like that, ain't gonna work. So we said, yeah, let's do this crowdfunding. So we said, let's raise £8,000 in 3 months. We set everything out, planned everything. We ran the crowdfunding campaign, and then we had a few businesses that also contributed. And then we also got the city mayor, who kind of topped it off, just to make sure that it went through nicely. And yeah, as a result, we got the Pony Express. Yeah, it's named the Pony Express. Don't call it a minibus, yeah? It's the Pony Express, yeah.
It's been a really positive relationship. We got to know about Urban Equestrian and Freedom about 2 years ago now, when he launched a Space Hive campaign to raise some funds initially for a minibus that he was using to transport young people to the urban equestrian sports. We were really interested about it, so we pledged a little bit of money towards it to make it happen, and we were pleased that came to fruition. To get young people out into the countryside can only have a positive impact for them with their mental well-being, their health. There's so many positives that come out of that. I mean, everyone is talking about what Freedom does and what Urban Equestrian does.
So yeah, it's just important that, you know, young people, particularly those young people that are, you know, at risk, you know, involved in crime, they just have to literally look at myself and realise that you might have a shady past. You can change, you know, that the future is still ahead of you, you know what I mean? So why are you still looking behind? And make that change now, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling, it's a great feeling to see myself as the face of this new wave of urban equestrianism, you could say. You know what I mean? People are calling me the urban cowboy and all sorts, and I don't mind that. It kind of sounds cool, to tell you the truth, you know? So yeah, it's made a huge impact. It's been embraced incredibly well. And what's really surprised me is that not only has it been embraced by city folk, urban communities, but it's actually been embraced by the rural community also. You know what I mean? They're very supportive of what we're doing. And it's great to see. I've made some fantastic friendships, and it's opened up some unexpected doors, stuff like that.
Since filming, the Urban Equestrian Academy's achievements have been recognised globally, as it has been nominated for the 2019 FEI Solidarity Award. And on next month's show, we'll be in Moscow at the FEI Awards Gala to see if the organisation has been crowned the winner, as well as bringing you all of the other excitement from this prestigious night. But until then, from all of the Equestrian World team, it's goodbye.